Hey socialites, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Ariell. I do mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if those are the type of videos you enjoy, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and come join the family. So today's video is going to be my monthly makeup tray. It really helps me to learn more about my products, to use up my products that I'm almost finished with, and to incorporate my makeup that may be seasonal, like maybe primers that are better for cooler months, or maybe deeper reds and burgundy lipsticks that I like to wear during fall winter. Before we jump into the video, welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. I'll be uploading a video every single day in the month of December. So let's unlock day 2 of our Revolve Beauty Advent Calendar. And day 2 is right here. Yesterday's was really good. We got the Better Than Sex mascara. So let's see. And it was full size, girl. So let's see what we got today. Ooh, is this a Fenty? Oh, it's Way. It's a Way fine to medium hair mask treatment. So that's nice. I'm not really in the market to try anything new on my hair right now, so this is gonna go in the giveaway. Keep in mind, we do have a big giveaway that I do every single year to 2 socialites. Pretty much all you have to do is comment on every video that's in Vlogmas. It could even be an emoji. At the end of the month, I do pick 2 lucky winners that gets a gift box with a lot of my favorite things. So we'll add this to the giveaway. First product on the tray is a no-brainer. I use this in the winter months. This is actually the primer that I used on Thanksgiving. By the time my son and I went home, it was about maybe 8:30 p.m., maybe 9:30, and I did my makeup at like 10 in the morning. And so this is the MAC Studio Radiance primer. Very plush, very hydrating primer. So I love to wear this in the winter months. It applies almost like a creamy lotion to the skin. I absolutely love this primer. It's called the Moisturizing, Illuminating, and Silky Primer, and it literally makes your skin look like silk. But it also helps your makeup to be a lot more long lasting. And when you think about hydrating, you don't typically think about extending the wear of the makeup. I get at least another 2 or 3 hours of wear using this primer, and that's one of the reasons I love it the most, on top of getting that creamy, yummy skin. In this area right here where I tend to see pores, I still like to use like a blurring or a pore filling primer, which typically I use the Porefessional from Benefit just right here, but then I'll use the MAC Studio Radiance everywhere else. So this primer I have on the tray is from Glow Recipe. When it first came out, I was using this down. It's the Pore Smooth Blur Drop. You know how they have the Dew Drop? This one's the Blur Drop. So this one gives you more of a matte appearance and not like the dewy appearance. And I use it in the cheek area because it does sort of fill in and blur the pores slightly. I find that it doesn't blur mine or fill them a whole lot, but it does look better than if I wasn't using it, if you know what I mean. So I don't have that much of this left, so it's on the tray so I can use her up. Next product is actually what I'm wearing today, which is a foundation. It's the new Patrick Ta Major Dimension foundation. This is a beautiful product, you guys. Very pretty foundation. Sometimes gives me the blues, I ain't gonna lie. So I had to redo my makeup with this today before I filmed. I ended up doing my makeup twice. It doesn't agree with everything that you put underneath. So I find that with this one, I can't necessarily use like Studio Radiance from MAC. This already has enough hydration on its own. It's best for me to use something like my e.l.f. Liquid Putty Primer, something like putty-like, or my Cali Ray So Blown. Something a little bit more dry or putty-like works best with this. I figured that out finally. Nonetheless, it's a beautiful perfecting foundation. It's not really full. You can get almost full out of it, but since it's so hydrating, I thought we should put this on our December makeup tray. Next product is one that I don't get to wear very often, but I'm wearing this in December, and it is radiant as well, kind of like the Patrick Ta, except this one has like, it's a little bit more reflective. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude foundation. This one was like super viral last year. It gives a beautiful radiance to the skin. It's almost like glowy in a sense, so it works good for me in the cooler months. I'm shade 7 to 8. You can get like a medium buildable coverage out of it. It does come in a dropper form. Similar to the Patrick Ta, using like a putty like primer works best for me with this, and I get decent longevity, probably about 8 hours with this before I see shine. With the Patrick Ta, this one is like a couple of hours before shine, because I did my makeup a few hours ago, and every time I get on here to film, I do feel the need to like get a powder. Don't really have to add much on it, but I feel the need to sort of mattify the shine a little bit, even though that shine to me, it just gives healthy, but I don't like it to get too shiny on camera, because sometimes too shiny on camera can give oily looking. So I've had to go in and do this quite a few times for the shine, but that healthy glow does not look bad to me in person. I just don't prefer it on camera. Last foundation is one that was actually on my November makeup tray, and I didn't get a chance to use it very much. I think I wore it once last month, if that. So she's back on the tray. We're going to be intentional with this one. So this is the Mercier Real Flawless Weightless foundation, and I won't talk too much about it because we talked about it last month, but it is a flawless looking foundation that's also medium buildable. Everything on the tray this month is medium buildable. We don't really have any full coverages on there, but this one is super hydrating as well. I think it's beautiful for dry skin. If you have straight up oily skin, don't even think about trying this. It's not for you. But if you have normal combo, you could get away with it with a good mattifying primer. For me, being that I do have that normal to combo skin, I get about maybe 4 hours before I start to see shine. So this is one that I have to sort of touch up my face throughout the day, but it's gorgeous. Moving on to concealers. These are some really nice concealers that I don't wear too often, and it's the Fenty We're Even concealers. This is like medium buildable coverage as well, and this is ultra hydrating. The darkest one I have is 400N, which I like to use as like a transition because it's almost like my skin tone. And then the lightest shade I have is 385W, and I like to use that in the inner corners to sort of brighten. And then I do have another in-between shade, which is 390, so I'll show you guys what that looks like right there on the side. Although the Fenty We're Even concealer don't give me the coverage that I'm used to and that I prefer, they are still really nice, especially if you're someone that doesn't need that much coverage under eye. And the next concealer is one that I barely wear. Now this is full. This is probably the most full coverage concealer that I have in my entire collection. This is for when you want that glam for pictures or glam for video, when you want that full coverage beat face, that super made up look, is the Stay Naked Quickie concealer from Urban Decay. This is beautiful and flawless, but because it provides so much coverage, I rarely wear this one. So I put this on the tray so we can do a couple of really glamorous Christmas looks, but it is nice. Now it's called Quickie concealer because it dries ultra fast. In fact, it dries so fast that I recommend applying to one eye, blending to your however you desire it to look first before you apply on the other eye and blend. I have two powders on the tray this month. One is my favorite. It's December. We're doing holiday. I'm putting my favorite powder. My favorite powder is on the tray, period. And so this is the One Size Ultimate Setting Powder in Ultra Pink. So it's their pink one. Surprisingly, if you hadn't seen this before, it looks so natural under eye, even more natural than like a translucent powder. And so flawless. To me, I get the best of every world in this powder. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I think it would work for every skin type. If you use a fluffier brush, you can get a really light, flawless application on highlighted areas, but I could also get away with using this to set all over with a light hand. Moving on to a powder that I'm not super familiar with, but I want want to get to know this one a little better, pick this one up during the Nordstrom sale, and it's the Hourglass loose powder. Now this is the powder that I'm actually wearing on my face today. I set my highlighted areas and then I went over with a fluffy brush and set all over, and I think it's nice. I think it gives a nice soft appearance to the skin. I love the sifter, like it looks so luxe. Of course, Hourglass will come out with something like that looks luxe, so I poured it into this little part right there in the top and just kind of worked out of it. Really fine, like dust. I mean, it's just super fine, but I mean, I like the way it looks on the skin. It's not super matte. It almost gives a very slight radiance, if you will, like a slight satin look to the skin. So I'm gonna use this more with a couple of other foundations and see what it gives me. I would love to try it with a matte foundation. Last loose powder is from Christian Dior. It's their Dior Forever Cushion Powder in the shade medium, and I'm actually using this on a Dior video that's coming up real soon, you guys. And this is what the powder looks like. You open that component and this is what it looks like. I see dust like flying everywhere. It's a shade medium. They only have shade medium and it's a little deeper than what I prefer. So I think this will work so great for somebody who's darker than me. This will work really good if you have like deeper skin tones, but I could still get away with it, especially if I was using it all over. I could definitely get away with it, but for highlighting purposes, it definitely gives deeper than what you guys see, you know, on my face today. But I think it looks flawless. I still want to use it a little bit more with other products because so far I've only tried it with hydrating foundations. I have one pressed powder on the tray this month and it's from Essence, y'all. It's affordable, from Ulta. It's the Keep Me Covered powder, long wear powder. Now I picked this one up months ago and I actually used it on my face today. It's in the shade Fair Light, and of course I picked it up just to set under eye. So I used it under eye today and it was really bright, you guys, like so bright I had to go back over it. This is like the brightest under eye powder that I own now, because it was so bright that I felt the need to go back over it with my Sephora Micro Smooth powder that I used all over, and so I tapped that all over to sort of blend it in. It did work out well that way, and I like the way my under eye area looks, but I wouldn't wear this one by itself. So if they have like a shade medium, that one would probably work better for me than this light one does. Another under eye product, this, I guess you could consider this as like a concealer. It's an under eye brightener though. This is from Rare Beauty. This is the under eye brightener. I think this is what it's called. You guys, when this first came out, I was obsessed with it. But I started buying concealer in twos, where I would get a concealer that's like for my highlighting and then get one that's even brighter to like brighten the inner corner. But this one used to be like my go-to. Do y'all remember that? But I want to go ahead and use her up because I've been having this for a little while and I actually used it on my makeup today. I forgot how effortless it blends under eye. This is a great product. The tip of it has like a metal wand on there, so it gives you that sort of cooling effect. And it's the perfect shade for me. That's another reason why I really like it. This one's in the shade medium tan, so it gives me that brightness without being too bright. Do have one blush on the tray. Not sure how I feel about this one. This is the Morphe Euphoric Rush 3-in-1 blush. And I'm thinking it's called 3-in-1 because you could probably wear it on your lips as well. I hadn't read much about it yet. This one's in the shade Touched. It's that blush that has that sort of swirly deal in the middle. A brush sold separately that's made to go with this, which is this one, this Morphe brush, which is the M201. And I think this brush works so well with this. I can see why they came out with this brush for this because it does apply well. But with this, I feel like it's so creamy. Something about this formula really emphasized my pores so much when I applied it. And this color, I thought it was going to give burgundy, but it almost gives sort of muddy a little bit. Let me swatch it. You see like a grayish purple And I don't like that, you know? And so after I did that and I set everything, I ended up going back on top with a different blush to sort of add like that berry feel to it. So I'll try with something else and kind of see what I think about it. But so far, I'm not crazy about this one. Eyebrows. So in the Bobbi Brown video that just went up where I'm trying out the new Bobbi Brown Pac-Man collection, I told you guys about the issue that I'm having with my brows. So at least 3 times now, I've had almost like underneath the skin pimples, almost cystic, like the hard, painful ones. I got 1 in this brow and like 2 like over the span, 2 in this brow over the span of like 6 months. And because it's in the brow area only, I attributed it to the e.l.f. brow gel because I've been using that about 6 months. So I'm gonna switch to clean brow gels this month. So in that video, I told you guys I'm gonna do Merit, the Merit brow gel. That brow gel is a really soft hold though that works best after, you know, after you finish filling in your brows. But I forgot I also have this Covergirl clean brow, clean fresh brow, which is also formulated with clean ingredients. This one has much more of a firm hold, which is what I prefer. So I put this one on the tray this month. So I'll be using between this and the Merit. If I'm good with this within 6 months of that routine, then I know for sure it was the e.l.f. brow gel. So I'm gonna trash e.l.f. for now and stick to clean ones. I have one contour product, which is the Sephora Collection Contour Stick. Now I wear this one every now and again, but it's deep, but it was also the best shade for me out of what they offer. This one is medium to tan. I'll swatch it for you, but it blends out so well, y'all, and it's a cool tone. I wish it was slightly warmer, but I think the majority of their little contour sticks like this are pretty cool. But like I said, it works for me. Just put a warmer bronzer on top and use this underneath. Blends out like a dream, you guys. Like, it blends out so well, but I just need to get more use out of this one. I do have one highlighter on the tray this month, which is from Juvia's Place in the shade Nubian Gleam. And this is gonna give us that bright, blinding Christmas holiday highlight that we need. Let me show you guys what it looks like. And it blends out good as well. Now, with most Juvia's products, and with this for sure, a little bit goes a long way. So look at that, gorgeous. I have one lip product. We're gonna be trying some different lip products this month, but I have only one on the tray. And this is from Christian Dior. Have you guys been seeing those Dior lipsticks where you apply the lipstick and it looks sort of matte, but then when you press your lips together, it turns into glitter? They call them sequin lipsticks or sequin liquid lipsticks. This is one of those, and it's in the shade 353. Like I said, I do have a video coming up using these Dior products that you guys are going to see soon. But if you saw the Merit perfume, Merit has a new perfume out called Retrospect, and I did a review. On that review, I'm wearing this lipstick, which is this. So it just looks like, okay, like a berry sort of tone, but once it completely dries and you mesh your lips together, it turns into the most beautiful sort of glimmery, just reflective shade that's gorgeous. That lip combo was everything. So I do plan on recreating it. So I did pick up a new brow pencil probably like a couple months ago. My girl Michelle uses it on pretty much all of her videos. I'll leave her channel name right there. Never tried it. So we're gonna do a couple of affordable makeup looks this month in Vlogmas. And it's the Blade Brow from Revolution. And one of the socialites told me about this brow pencil. She said it's like her favorite. And when I picked it up and did the video, she said I got the wrong one. So I ended up picking up the right one because this is the one Michelle uses too. So it gives you a sharp, precise brow. I hope the camera can pick up how precise and blocked the tip is, and the way the tip is blocked, that's what's allowing you to get that sharp application. This pencil is like $3. So if this one's a hit, I'll get a couple more, but I like how dry it is. It's like stiff and dry. I like a pencil that just kind of stays put like that. So we'll see how that goes. I do have an About Face shadow on the tray, and I'm actually wearing it today. Now this is the Fractal eye paint. So it's not the matte one, it has glitter in it. And so I'm wearing it on my lids today. This one is called Digital Demise. So that glitter that you see like in the outer third, that's Digital Demise. It's so pretty. It has like gold and pink and purpley reflex in there, but the overall tone is sort of bronzy, and I thought it worked so well with today's eye look, which today I used the Sephora collection eyeshadow palette, which I'm going to be using quite a bit this month. So I have this on the tray. I introduced this to you guys in a recent haul, and I tried it out today. They have this 29 shadow palette, and these are some pigmented, excellent quality eyeshadows. So pleasantly surprised. I used this in the outer third. I used this one as like a transition shade. And y'all, I used the lightest pink color down there, just in the inner eye. So that lightest pink is what y'all see right there in the inner eye. The mattes blend out so great. The shimmers show up so well. And I think it's on sale for like $30 for this big palette. So if you're into big palettes and you don't already have some of these colors, because to me, well, no, I'll say this. This row right here has some unique colors in it that I've never seen before. When you swatch them, they're so different. So check out that haul, Sephora Cyber Sale haul. I have some swatches in there if you want to see how they swatched. But other than this row right here, I feel like the rest of the palette are similar to something you guys may already have in your collection. So be sure to weigh your options with that, because you don't want a whole lot of palettes that have a lot of the same shades in it. But this row right here was unique enough for me to justify that. Last but not least, I have a setting spray, and it is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I think I have all of the All Nighter sprays, but this one I hadn't used. This one's the Extra Glow. It's different. I want to say Extra Glow is the newest one that has released. So I want to give you guys my thoughts on what this does on the skin. And to try this out, I'm going to have to do a matte look. I would prefer to do a matte look. This month, you guys are going to see an all matte look using this spray, so we can see how it changes up, you know, the finish of our skin or the finish of our makeup. But it's supposed to be a long lasting, all day wear, lightweight, temperature control technology. We love that, especially in humid Houston. So I'm excited to test this out and see what it gives. If any of you have used the Extra Glow one, comment down below, let me know how you like it. So that's it for December's makeup tray. This is our last makeup tray of the year. Can y'all believe it? Let me know, what are you going to be switching out on your tray and adding this month? If you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3 of Vlogmas. 'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love, 'cause too fresh with the scars.